Welcome back to another episode of Finish or Fail, and boy howdy, what an episode it is. Because the wheel looks very different, doesn't it? That is because I've added every show from 2024. Technically, not every anime; it still has to be on streaming, but I have now added high dive shows. I had to get a high dive sub for a different reason, and I'm like, well, if I have one anyway, my internet's better now, so that the forced resolution issue doesn't matter. Still bullshit. Still bullshit. They did that. They got rid of forced resolution, but whatever. And by forced resolution, I mean bullshit that they got rid of you being able to pick which resolution it is then forced to stay at. Now it is dynamic. It just flips to if your connection dips even a little. My internet's way better now, so that's not an issue for me. Still bullshit though. I wish they'd bring it back. But it's not an issue for me, and I had to have the sub anyway for a different reason. So it's like, might as well include the shows on it, because it does have good shows like Gushing, of Magical Girls, Dangers in My Heart. There's others, maybe they're good, I don't fucking know. And, ooh, hang on, the wheel is like, I moved it slightly by accident, didn't I? Was it always slightly cut off? That's crazy. Maybe it was. I don't know. Weird. Whoa! Sorry about that. But yeah, and then also, so there's more stuff because there's the high dive stuff, including stuff from Winter. All the Winter stuff's still on there, but then everything from the later seasons, including high dive, is on there. And then also, anything before I wasn't including sequels if they were sequels to shows I hadn't seen. I realized that's kind of silly because, well, it's another aspect of us being so far behind. It's like at this point I'm just doing all the 2024 shows, and the fact that it's like it's not about being relevant at all anymore. So I've also added shows even if I didn't watch the earlier seasons, and then I'll just watch the earlier seasons. Because like either I'll watch it and enjoy it, and then I'll have multiple seasons to watch and enjoy and talk about, or I'll drop the first season, and so then I won't even reach the season that came out later, but then we'll know, and I'll make a video about why I dropped the earlier season instead. Some of these have a lot of older content, because there's, like, Bleach in this. I've never seen early Bleach. And there's, like, Monogatari in here. I haven't seen any Monogatari. I'd have to watch that whole fucking franchise. It'd be insane. But hey, I mean, I think they'd make for fun videos anyway. Although, I'd probably drop Bleach early because I'd have to watch the original and it's got way too much filler. But whatever, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I guess. I don't know. I just think it'd be fun to do it this way because why the hell not? At this point, it's just like a way to watch a fuck ton of anime. Really, it doesn't even matter because like bundling 2 seasons together doesn't make much sense. Bundling the whole year, that makes sense. I can bundle the whole year together. So I figured it might as well add it and make it way more insane. So yeah, stuff that was sequels from Winter that I originally didn't add, I've added in the high dive stuff, and then using those same rules on streaming is pretty much it for all the later ones. The only things that aren't included are things where I have watched the earlier seasons and dropped them. So when I definitely know it's a drop anyway, you know? Then I've excluded it, like Hero Academia is not on here. Anyway, so let's this is monstrous, as you can see. It's really messed up and dark and twisted and fucked up. But I mean, let's spin this insanely massive wheel and find out what it wants me to watch. What the heck is that? I can't even read that. Oh, is that Elusive Samurai? It is Elusive Samurai. Okay, that's one I was actually kind of interested in and looking forward to. The main character guy is really fucking cute, and yeah, I don't know. I heard a lot of praise for the manga as well before the anime was out. It's a Shonen Jump thing, but it's like, you know, main boy is like this little twink fuck, so he has to have all his retainers do cool epic fights to protect him instead of him being able to do cool epic fights. And so there's like a cool cast of retainers that are all like badass fighters. Apparently, I haven't seen it or read it, so I don't know. But this is a fun one. I might finish this one because I'm at least excited for it, and the few screenshots I've seen make it look really pretty, and a cute little twink boy is also a pretty good incentive to keep me going. So, fuck. We're not even winter anymore, guys. Whole year, all of 2024. And right off the bat, we obviously get a not winter. There's barely any winter left in here. But hey, Elusive Samurai. This is a good one. I'm hoping a good one. I was wrong about Hokkaido Gals being a good one. I need a win. Please be good, Elusive Samurai. So I just got done watching 4 episodes of Elusive Samurai, and it's a drop for me because it's just kind of mid. It's fine enough, I guess. It's not like bad or anything. Kinda, not really. I mean, some aspects, in some ways, but the main issue is just that it's kind of mid, and that it's not worth it. Like, it's just not worth watching the whole thing for me. I'd rather just move on and get to something I'd actually like a lot more. First 2 episodes were good. It started out strong. The premise I gave at the wheel was pretty much what it is. You know, the current leader of the shogunate gets killed, and the person that killed him takes his place, and they burn down a town, and now the son of the former head of the shogunate has to get revenge. The problem with that is that it's like, why? Like, why do I care, rather? I'm not really given a reason to care. Like, they show me at the start that he doesn't really care about being the leader of the shogunate, exactly. He doesn't seem to take any of his training seriously or care about it that much. Like, I get the not wanting to die part and even the get revenge part a bit, but it's like, do I want this guy back in power? Not really. They already stated multiple times in the first episode how his dad's only in charge as a puppet, basically. And so it's like, oh, so you're just gonna... And you're only gonna take his place in the future because of, like, the firstborn son heir bullshit that I don't care about. It's like, you suck at doing it, and you don't seemingly want to do it, but then everyone dies, and it's like this much more powerful person who's better at war takes control. And I'm sure as time goes on, they're gonna make it be like he's evil or something, or doing it for a fucked up reason, and he's gonna actually make Japan way worse or some shit. But it's like, at the moment, I don't have any reason to give a shit about this little kid and him being in charge. I don't think he should be in charge, honestly. So it's like, that's already a weird aspect of it. And then the first 2 episodes are like good enough. It's like, I was interested for those 2 episodes, but once it gets later on, it just, episode 3 and 4, it just starts to get really uninteresting. There's good animation in the first 2 episodes, and it concludes with, like, great, like, he kills the guy that sold out his brother, which is great. It's like, cool, you got revenge for that aspect. That's a nice little conclusion to that arc, the big bad of that arc. And the retainers are cool. The 2 that get introduced there are kind of neat and cool, and everything. But it's just like, after that, it just really starts to get uninteresting. I also hate the faces in this show. The, like, over-the-top, ridiculous faces. I think they're like, sometimes they're meant to be funny, sometimes they're meant to be creepy, but they're always just horrible. I don't find them funny, or good for the story, or anything. They're horrible. I hate them dearly, especially Yorishige. He's the fucking worst, and he's there from the start, and he's like a main character. He's not even like an arc character, so he's not gonna go away. And he still makes these horrible, uncomfortable faces that just make me squirm, and I'm like, ugh, I don't want to watch this. Like, it's just gross. Like, you can say, oh, that's the point, but it doesn't change the fact that it makes me repulsed. It makes me not want to continue watching, because I don't want to see it. Even if it's the point, it's not a good enough point. Like, oh, just, ugh, I hate it. I hate him. He was annoying from as soon as he showed up in episode 1, and he just kept being annoying. I was almost instantly pissed off and done with him and not wanting him to be in the fucking show anymore. I didn't find him funny. I didn't find him anything. I just don't want him there. And so him constantly being there, it also just means it's never funny. Like, the show made me laugh only when Shizuku did a joke. The little girl that's with him. She's hilarious. She's the only one that ever made me laugh at a joke. Everything else never made me laugh. I just found it incredibly cringy, lame, unfunny humor, and so that's also a big problem. You know, the show's trying to be funny a lot of the time, and I'm just sitting here like, I'm not really into it. The story started getting less interesting. It wasn't doing any of the things that I thought it would, or that I feel could have made it more engaging, at least for me. Obviously, this has its fans. Good for them. But for me, just into episode 3-4, it just got annoying and uninteresting. Faces were getting annoying. And they introduced more of these crazy faces and more unfunny types of jokes. It just got really bad. It's also ridiculous that it is a comedy most of the time because of how dark the start is. Like, it's a very dark premise starting off. And so it just doesn't feel real or have as much weight when it's like later. Like, the main guy's still meant to be dealing with this, but then it's like, let's have like a little comedy sketch about how you're gonna watch this guy that's meant to be your enemy that you're gonna have to kill soon. Like, you're gonna watch him and, ooh, let's have a wacky visuals of you looking impressed at him, and then you're gonna watch him and you're gonna figure out how to do his bow skills, and it's the ultimate game of hide and seek. Ooh. And also, you'll be fucking murdered if you fail. And it's just like, okay. What? It doesn't do the tone shifts well at all. Its comedic timing is atrocious. And so that's also a big problem. And so all of these things just, they build on each other and eventually just destroyed it for me. And partway through 4, I almost didn't finish episode 4. I was just like, I think I'm gonna drop this. But I kept watching, and then by the time I got to the other episode, I'm just like, yeah, I'm fully checked out now. I do not care what happened next. I don't want to watch more of it. I just plain and simple don't want to. So, drop for me. But I guess it gets the award for the most episodes watched before I dropped a show so far. Because I watched more of Mr. Villain's Day Off, but I didn't drop that, so even though I didn't finish it either. So this is just, yeah, I guess this is the most I've watched before then dropping a show so far on this program. I don't know. Tell me if you think I'm crazy in the comments. Feel free to use the comments to tell me I'm wrong, by the way, or that I'm right. I don't care. Just give me that engagement, baby. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Holy shit! I forget how big this wheel is. I forget every single time. I forget how just massive this wheel is. It's ridiculous. Let's spin it. My god, there's so many options. So many options here. What are we gonna get? Oh my god! Puniru is a kawaii slime! Yo! I don't know if this will be good. But it definitely looks really cute, and so I'm interested in at least checking it out and seeing what it has to offer. Puniru, let's go. I'm either gonna love this or I'm gonna drop it incredibly quickly. It's gonna be one or the other. It's got to be that this is a fast drop or I end up fucking loving it ridiculously. Let's go. Let's find out which one it is. So, I have watched 4 episodes of Puniru's Kawaii Slime, and it's a drop, but not because it's bad. I actually quite like this show, but I get it, it's like, I get what you're doing here. I've seen this, enough of this now that I'm like, yeah, I'm good. It's not bad. I like it. I quite like watching it. Puniru is a really cool character. She's super cute. There's really good shots of her throughout the show. All the different transformations into different outfits that she has. The fits go crazy in the show. They're so freaking cute. And also the show really treads the line of this could totally be watched by a kid, but it also is if you're not a kid, you can tell it's
kind of sexy.
Um, and that's crazy. That's just crazy. That's crazy that they did that for this show. It's like weird. It's like weird. It's like, oh, here's like an appealing. They know what they were doing shot, but it's like not overtly sexual. It's weird, but it's like I kind of vibe with it. And the character Puniru, she's like the, oh, I can't help that I'm so goddamn cute that it's causing problems for you. Haha, I'm so cute that it's painful. Kind of character, and she's great. I love that. I love that about her. Voice acting's great. Yu Sasahara did a really good job there. Um, the jokes a little bit hit and miss. Sometimes it's really funny and makes me laugh out loud, and sometimes I'm just like bored and I'm like waiting for them to get that bit done, or even some bits literally made me outright uncomfortable. And so that's also a big problem. That's the first kind of thing that made me start going, do I want to go through this whole show? And that's really what the problem is with the show. It's that I don't want to go through the whole thing because I've seen enough of it, and I'm happy. I'm glad I watched it. I'm glad I watched as much as I did, but I'm like, I get what it's doing, you know. And do I really need to sit through the whole show and watch the whole thing? No, I've gotten enough out of it to feel satisfied, and I just don't really feel the need to watch the whole damn thing. Um, so it's not a negative. I'm not saying the show's bad or anything. It's just that it's not got enough going for it to make me want to watch the whole show. It is run its course for me in just this many episodes. And so I think it would have been better if it was like a short, if it was like, you know, like 7 minute, even 12-minute episodes or something to just make it more substantial, like worth kind of its runtime. It's just not worth this a full length one core show. It's like there's not enough here to make that for me to justify putting in that much time for it. And that's the other thing. Like I almost didn't drop the show because I feel like, you know, I'm like, oh, but you're enjoying it. Could I watch another episode? Yeah, I totally could. But, and I was worried that I'm dropping things too early. But it's like at the end of the day, when I actually stop and I think, I'm not enjoying it as much as shows I did get done. And I've gotten shows done. So, like, I'm not in some weird mindset where I'm hating shows more than I used to. I'm just watching all of them. And so that causes, you know, it just causes things to happen. And it's a shame because, yeah, it's like this show and Hokkaido Gals I wanted to really like and I expected to really like, and then I didn't, so I'm kind of resistant more to dropping them. But I think in the end I gotta get over that, because it's like at the end of the day, if a show's good to watch, then it's easy to watch, you know. If it's really good, then it's like easy, and then there's no question about it. I'm just being overly worried about really nothing, cause like, yeah. So again, show's good. But also the main character really bothers me. He's into a lot of cute things, which is like he's very my vibe. There's like this QT character in the show that's like clearly based off Hello Kitty that he's like super into, and he hides that he's super into it, and he's like embarrassed about it and all this stuff, and he's embarrassed about finding Puniru cute, so he never calls her cute and all this stuff. And it's like, bro, just like, it's so hard for me to watch that. It's so annoying because I'm just like, I'm an adult. I'm past all this teenage kid bullshit where I'm worried about being seen badly for liking cute or slightly more kiddish things. It's like, bro, just like, it just annoys me. It's like, ugh, I just can't stand this type of written character. Like, I get it, kids and teenagers do deal with that bullshit, but I'm too old. I see through the bullshit, and I'm like, bro, this is just fucking lame. Just admit you like cute shit. Like, oh my god, it just pisses me off, basically. And so that's also causing a bit of a problem. But yeah, the girls are super cute. Both Puniru and this other rich girl that shows up later, she's super adorable. I really like her as well, and I liked her voice acting as well. The voice acting is really good throughout the whole show. There's a cool side guy who's like very open about being into kiddish things and cute things and all that, and he's cool. I like him. That guy's dope. He should have been the main character. he deserves Puniru. But yeah, so overall the show is just, it's a comedic show that sometimes hits, too often doesn't. which isn't even that often, but like even just a little bit is too much, because if in a comedy show like this you spend even like a few minutes being bored, it's like it's doing the complete opposite of what it's meant to be doing, you know? So even just a little bit of uninterest is too much uninterest. It's a problem. But yeah, I think that basically explains all my thoughts on it. So moving on, because it just isn't good enough. It's not good enough. It's not good enough for me to bother watching this many episodes of it. It's crazy. What a shame. What a shame once again. Goddamn, I always forget how weird how weird the wheel looks, bro. I always forget that it's like this. It's just so insane. It's so intense. So many colors, and it's so tiny. You can barely freaking read any of it. So like whatever. Let's just spin it. Give me something I hopefully actually like this time. That'd be awesome. Is that Highspeed Etoile? What? I don't even remember this existing. Oh, right. This one. It doesn't look good. It really doesn't. It looks horrible. And it has a horrible score to match it. Oh my god. Okay. Well, I mean, gotta check for myself. That's the point of the show. See ya in a bit. Will I watch it all or not? I feel like I won't, but who knows? Okay, trying something different with the background. We're gonna give it color, but have it be normal colors, but have it be mirrored and also slightly zoomed in, so you're not getting the edges. And also, I'm in front of it anyway, so I figured, you know, maybe me being in front of it is enough, and also I mirrored it anyway. So I mean, that should make better visuals for you guys. Anyway, this show's hot garbage. It's a racing show. The CGI is bad, but it's like bearable, kind of. At least the main characters. All the main important characters kind of just look like they're from like a cheap, not like super cheap, but like, you know, they look like they're from a not quite triple A but still good video game. So it's like, okay, but the background characters, holy shit, they're terrible. They're so bad, the background characters. The cars are fine. The cars are 3D models are rendered to a high level of detail. It's clear that the people working on this cared about cars, which makes sense because it's an anime original project. So like, anime original projects are usually almost only a passion project, because like, why else would you make an original then if it wasn't that you really wanted to make it? Yeah, whatever. So, but that just makes it all the more sadder that this failed. It was meant to be a multimedia project. They like launched a mobile game, that's like a mobile match-free puzzle game at the same time, and they also put out like a visual novel on Switch for it, along with the anime, and it's like, but it's so bad. How can all this work be going into this passion project that's meant to be this big multimedia project for your studio, and it's like just awful. It's awful. And the real problem is the races are boring. So a race starts in episode 1, and it goes for most of the episode. And so I watched the whole race. I was sitting there like, I'll watch this whole fucking race, and I'll give it that chance. And if it gets me excited, gets my blood pumping, gets me invested, then maybe we have something here, even if it's bad visually. You know, I'm not gonna just reject it outright because it has CGI problems. I can deal with that. I've watched CGI shows before. I've watched shows with bad CGI before and still enjoyed it. Kimono Friends is like a prime example of that right there. Kimono Friends is fantastic. So, you know, it could still be good. It could still be good. I gave it that chance. I'm watching this fucking race. I'm like, let's see. The problem is the races are boring. First problem, feeling of speed not conveyed at all. Because of the fact that it's CGI, it really just looks like the cars are just like gliding along the course. It doesn't look like they're really racing. The way they move and interact with each other and the environment, it just doesn't feel real, and it doesn't feel like they're going fast. It just feels like they are going, I guess. There's like no energy behind it, so it's not exciting. Mainly because the announcers are so bad. Uh, their voice acting is like fine in terms of how they speak, but they're not voice acting an announcer. They're just speaking like a normal person. They don't sound like an announcer, and man, does it sap all the energy away from this thing. Like, real announcers, especially for races, they're talking fast. Oh, this person's coming in. This is doing this. Go. They get so pumped up and excited, and it's fun and it's exciting and it's interesting to watch, and it really gets your blood pumping and keeps you invested. They're just talking. They're just like a girl and a guy, and they go, "Oh, this person has moved on to the front. Ah, yes, well, that's what we expected. Yep. And this person's coming in third. All right. Yep. Looks like that's happening." They never speed up their speaking. They never have any energy. They never sound like they're interested. They sound like they're in a studio reading a script. They sound like they're calm, bored, in a nice air conditioned studio reading a script, and they're just like, "Yep, just reading the script, and everything's fine, and I'm just reading the words." It doesn't sound like they're thinking it up as they say it, like an announcer would be. It doesn't sound like they're being surprised by anything that's happening. There's no excitement, there's no energy, there's no fast talking. It really does feel like they're reading a script. Like, you can tell. You know when you can just tell when the voice acting is bad enough that you can just kind of tell that it sounds like they're reading a script and that's it? There's no, like, actual acting happening here. Like, their voice is fine, the audio quality's fine, but they're not acting. They're just reading the words that are on the page. That's all that's happening. It's so bad. And it really hampers the enjoyment of the race, because that's a big part of enjoying any sport. The announcers, they're a big deal. It's not easy to be a good announcer. And so voice acting one is like, that's another level of something, you know? And these people, they just can't do it. It's a real shame. Next problem, no music. What the fuck? Music is the cheat sheet to hype and excitement and honestly any emotion. Like, good music will let you take so many shortcuts to getting the audience to feel what you want them to feel. And a lot of this race, there just is no music. It's just car noises. It's just that, you know, and then the boring announcers saying boring things. It's like, I'm just like, I was baffled watching it. I'm like, where's the music? Play some pumped up music. Get me excited. You're not conveying speed. You got boring announcers. At least give me fucking music, bro. Where's the music? So yeah, there's like 2 points where music did come in, and it was instantly so much better. Don't get me wrong, the music they chose was still shit, but any music is better than no music. Like, holy shit. Just play the shitty music the whole time. Please, I beg you. I didn't think I'd be begging for this, but please just go back to the shitty music the whole time. It's way better than no music. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. They just no music for most of the race. Play some, you know, I don't care what it is. It can be generic as fuck. Just fucking play some bullshit and get me pumped up for the fucking race that's happening. The announcers aren't getting me pumped, and now there's no music either. So there's no energy. The cars don't feel like they're going fast. So there's nothing. Here they are doing their speed boost in the background now. They have a speed boost button like it's a fucking video game. And that also still doesn't make them feel like they're going fast. It just feels like they fucking, I don't know. It's Mario Kart. Yahoo, motherfucker. Alright, here it is in my notes. Light speed burst. It's meant to be exciting, but it's not. Again, there's still no music and no excitement in the announcers, so it's just like flat and lifeless. And they don't actually feel like they're going any faster either. They just feel like they have a colored stream behind them. And it's like, oh, okay. They hit the boost button. When the race ended, there was generic race end music. There was no real flair or fanfare to it. It felt really underwhelming. I was just like, oh, I guess it's over now. So, yeah, this whole show is a waste of people's time. It's a waste of people's time who watched it. It's a waste of people's time who's made it. It's a waste of time of everyone fucking involved. It's a waste of time of the people that had to make the match-free mobile game. It's a waste of time of the people that had to script the fucking Switch visual novel for it. Yeah, look. I watched 18 minutes of the first episode, any anime worth its soul is gonna put its best foot forward. If this race is this show putting its best foot forward and being like, here's what you have to look forward to, more shitty races like this, then I don't want to see more shitty races like this. The only reason this show would have made money is because it's got sponsorships splattered all over it, because it's a racing show. It can do that. It can get away with it because it's all diegetic sponsorships. You know, they can put them on the side of the road and on the finish line and on the cars and on the racers' outfits and shit like that. I appreciate some diegetic sponsorship placement. There's like Sega and Good Smile Company and Honda and that other one that I can't remember. The Wicross is there. So I'm like, alright, sure, probably made its money from that, but there's no fucking way it was worth it for the companies. Um, and I'd be very surprised if this got more sponsorships. I mean, if this got more seasons. Sorry. Yeah, it's just trash. It's just hot garbage. And you want to know the best part? You want to know something funny, gamers? This this anime is made by Studio ACAT, which are the people that are currently doing The Beginning After the End, the show everyone's making fun of for being a piece of shit that's poorly animated. ACAT has always been this way. All their stuff's poorly animated. They just haven't really got any attention because they hadn't done anything that high profile. Like, they had done a few generic isekais, but it's like someone watches a generic shitty isekai and gets some poor animation. Then are gonna make a big deal out of it. But then they got The Beginning After the End, something that is very beloved in its source, and it was meant to be a big deal and was like the most hyped show of the season before it started, and now it's like the lowest rated thing in the entire season. It's crazy. So yeah. Sorry, TBAT fans. I am very sorry that you got a lackluster adaptation. That is very unfair for it. And this is that same studio that you have to blame for that. So yeah, look, just don't watch this. It's garbage. It shouldn't have been made. I have depression.